Hey guys, it's your coach Greg D here back with another video. I know that I've been away as far as making these vlogs or, pretty much making videos in general the last week or so, and that's just because I had a really bad sinus infection and I was down and out for the count, man. I felt pretty much like crap the entire week. I didn't feel like doing anything. I stayed home from work for a few days. It was pretty bad, to be quite honest. So today is probably the first day that I actually feel like somewhat half normal and I'm not stuffy. Although I'm still, somewhat stuffy, but it's like I can actually breathe through my nose and I don't have a sore throat and all that kind of fun stuff. So actually today to start is going to be a pretty busy morning. Got to do some blood work. To go to the whatchamacallit, I got because for the fertility specialist, because the wife and I are obviously trying to start a family, so I have to get some blood work done to check out some hormone levels and stuff. And so right now I'm just sitting here and drinking my my coffee, getting ready, and then I'm gonna go do this blood work thing, and then I'm gonna come home and look at some emails, write out some emails, send out some emails, check out some stuff, do some personal development. I got some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about today that I think is pretty important. If you guys didn't also see my last video that I posted yesterday, I did start P90X. I'm done with PIO. So yesterday I did day one, which is chest, back, and abs, and like I can barely move my upper body at all. My back is so freaking sore and my chest is I did much better than I thought I did, or would, I should say. Now, I haven't done a round of P90X in probably 2 years, so I did well, but at the same time I could tell that I haven't done it in a while just because it was an ass kicker. I mean, that's what P90X is designed to do, so I'm hoping that I can take that and run with it and lose another 20 pounds and get myself down to 200 and, take it from there, continue doing, continuing a cutting phase of sorts and strength training and that sort of thing. So I'm going to finish my coffee, then I'm going to go get my blood work, and then I will come back to you guys and I have some info. All right, guys, see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm sitting here in the car waiting for it to warm up. And I'm thinking, today is going to be a huge tease. Now, I don't know where the weather or what the weather's like where you guys are from, but today is probably going to be like the last nice day that we end up having, because it's supposed to be like 65 today. And then, of course, obviously, November weather is going to start kicking in, and then it'll probably be like 40 for the next week and a half, and then it'll be 30 for the next week and a half, and then it'll, by the time January rolls around, it'll be like, is it April yet? But with that said, note to self, move somewhere when you are able to that is warm all year round. Doesn't matter where, but if you find somewhere where it's like 60, 65, 70 degrees, at least during the wintertime, then you need to do it. Good Lord, I need to shave. I'm feeling scruffy. Jeez. All right, guys, I'm going to get my blood work, and then I will come back, and I got some stuff to talk about. All right, peace. Okay, so I finally got out of Quest to go do my blood work, and just a little heads up for you guys is if you do need to get blood work done, make sure that you, one, make an appointment, like I didn't do, and two, make sure that it's early. Because as in the case of today, sometimes there's only one phlebotomist working. So if you go in there, at any point during the day and you don't have an appointment and there's a bunch of people that do make appointments, you could be like me and end up waiting an hour in the office before you even get seen. So as a note to myself and a note to all you guys, like I said, if you have any kind of doctor's appointment, make sure that one, you do have an appointment, and two, make sure that it's early so you're not sitting there waiting forever. All right? Forever. So, with that, now it is finally time to go home, get some breakfast. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm hungry. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so just for the record, I'm just going to go out there and say that one of my favorite feelings in the world is having a full fridge. Now, it's probably been a good week since we've been able to buy groceries. Should I say, we went a week without having pretty much anything because of the way that, you know, the wife and I's pays are. But I mean, to have like a full fridge, and then over here, you know, an actual like decently full pantry, especially with my 2 big jugs of you know, Jiffy peanut butter from Sam's Club that I got. So I mean, that in and of itself is literally one of the best feelings ever, especially like I said, when, you know, your pay schedules aren't exactly that great, and maybe you have to go a few days without, you know, having groceries. So the fact that I now have a full fridge and a full pantry is pretty freaking sweet. And see, even Tartar, the kitty cat, she approves as well, because she always likes to come into the kitchen while I am in here, of course. So, now, time for breakfast! So, of course, as per usual, this is breakfast. You know, my shake. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, 1 serving, which is about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, half a banana, which the wife left me from her shake this morning, and of course Shakeology. Now the wife makes hers a little bit different. She uses almond milk, she'll use flaxseed, and she usually uses frozen fruit. So she's more of actually like a smoothie type person, whereas, you know, I always like to put peanut butter or something, you know, that'll kind of stick to my ribs, give me more protein, you know, make myself fuller longer and give myself more, you know, nutrients for the actual, you know, working out part. So I'm going to make this, I'm going to drink it, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit of personal development. All right. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I was pretty much sick all last week. You know, I didn't really do much of anything due to a sinus infection. So I had a lot of time to think because, like I said, I did take a few days off of work. Actually, I'm still kind of stuffy right now, which is weird. But I was thinking a lot about momentum and how that can, you know, push you forward and keep you going, or, you know, if something goes wrong, it can totally derail you from all of your progress whatsoever. And I was thinking about how you need to be aware of which way your momentum is going. You don't want to, you know, sabotage yourself, which I know some people do, including myself. We tend to self-sabotage and totally screw up our momentum from keeping us going towards progress and moving forward. You need to be aware of that momentum, and you need to make sure that the momentum is always moving forward. Now, even if, let's say, you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, that's still progress. That's still positive momentum, because you're taking more positive steps than negative ones. And you have to remember, too, that the journey, and I've mentioned this before, is not going to be perfect. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have struggles. You're not consistently going to hit your goals the first time, every time. Sometimes, yes, you can, but it's not going to be like that all the time. So you need to make sure that you're aware of your momentum, because think about this as well. When you do have momentum going positive or negatively for you in one aspect of life, doesn't that kind of spill over and affect momentum in other parts of your life as well? Let's say you had a negative momentum day at work, and then what happens when you come home and you talk to your family, your spouse, your kids, your friends? Sometimes you take out that negative momentum on them, and thus you end up
having negative momentum in your relationships with those people. So think about that. On the other end of the spectrum as well, with the positive momentum, think about what happens, let's say, if you got a good review at work, or you got a promotion, or you got a raise, or you had a really good day at the gym and you're feeling really strong, or you had a really good, conversation or interaction with a good friend or someone at work, or whatever the case is. That positive momentum can spill over into other areas of your life as well. So I think, and going forward, I think that you should try to make sure that you're aware of which way your momentum is going. Is it going in a positive direction more often than not, or is it going in a negative direction? And if it is going in a negative direction, you need to figure out how you can stop it and how you can get it moving forward. Like I said, even if you are taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or you have to take a side step and then go forward, or you have to take a side step over this way and go forward, you want to make sure that you're working hard, being consistent, and making sure that the momentum is always moving forward, no matter how slow or how fast it is. Even, God, I've said this a million times, in so many of my other videos. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get there. You just have to do whatever it takes to get there. Whether it takes you a week to hit a goal or 5 years to hit a goal, you're still making progress. You're still taking steps forward. You still have positive momentum. So remember that. Even on those days where you don't feel like you have a lot of momentum going in your favor, remember how far that you've come, where you started from, remembering your why. I know some of this stuff can get really repetitive, but at the same time, this is the most important stuff that we need to remember. This is the most important stuff that we need to keep in the forefront of our mind to keep moving forward. So, with that, guys, that's a little, piece of information that I want you to kind of sit on, dwell on, and think about how you can keep yourself moving forward. I'm going to finish this shake. I'm going to go do some P90X, which is today is day 2. So I've got plyometrics, which is the hardest workout in the entire program probably. And I will see you guys sooner. Don't forget, where there's a will, there's a way.